Hey people, Intro here, it's 53 Typhon Mire, blue team. This is BloodRAIN, I believe, with a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very strong disruption, support and offense from the front line. The Blood Axes elite scheme with the little caps and stuff. How do they stay on? Orky magics. No idea what this translates as, by the way, hopefully it's nothing horrific. Alongside K.A.F. with a Warp Spider Exarch, a teleporting hero fighting in ranged combat. Great for capping and harassing with some powerful control. And rounding off the team, this is Cry, I believe, with a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, can infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. Again, no idea what this name translates as. Someone will let us know in the comments, hopefully. Red team, Broodwich with an Apothecary support hero fighting in melee. By default begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside here, the King of Pythons as a Force Commander. Very strong offense, fighting in melee, can also tank, disrupt and support the Ultramarines DLC here. Big fight in the mid. Let's check this out. Warboss gets a decent stomp, hitting both heroes there. Apothecary heals the Force Commander. Lots of Daka though on the back of his head. Warboss gets away, did some good work. Really occupied those two red team heroes there. Warp Spider backs away and blue team pushing through. Rounding off the red team though, we have panzerbatallion with a Lord General. Fighting in ranged combat begins with a retinue of stormtroopers. Really strong defense and support can also add to the retinue. The Spore Mine's getting stomped there. This is the southern edge where this contested power is. Very narrow area here. Typically sees quite a lot of action as the other two players on each team battle over this contested VP in the mid. There's a natural VP to the west and a natural to the east also for each team. Tactical Marines, power armor elbows on that Warp Spider Exarch. Left it pretty late to retreat. Apothecary could pick him off. Nope, Apothecary is off the field. Can they focus down these scouts before the Force Commander becomes a problem again? As he's back. Scout trying to cap. One of the scouts has been forced off. Double Guardians, double shooters. A lot of pew pew, a lot of Daka. Tactical Marines get away without dropping a model. Shooter boys retreat. Double Guardians plinking at the Force Commander, doing some good work. Here comes the Warboss back in from BloodRAIN. Force Commander flees and the scouts did get the cap. I thought the blue team were going to get the cap there when I saw the engagement open up. South side, southeast to be precise, we have the natural power here of the red team being bashed by Hormagaunts. Those guys getting pretty low, and the Lictor, sneaky Lictor Alpha there from Cry, goes for a quick decap on their natural victory point. Is that Rangers? It's double Rangers for K.A.F. The Sentinel went into Catachan Devils for panzerbatallion. More scouts for King of Pythons after on the Assault Squad. That's an interesting build. Assault Squad getting a jump today. Going after the Lictor Alpha, who did get the decap. Rangers backing off now. Storm Boys on the field for BloodRAIN, having to retreat. Didn't drop a model though. Apothecary's got his ranged weapon in. Customized Storm Bolter. Can support from the back line. You see that health regen aura there. Scouts looking for a grenade maybe. There's Sergeant up, got shotguns as well. There's full auto on the Warboss's face, taking a lot of damage. Still gets in. Where's the stomp? That was weird. It seems like he got through the full auto and then got stunned again or something. Or maybe that was a shotgun blast knockback that didn't animate quite properly and he was just kind of stuck in place. Not sure. Gets revived though immediately by K.A.F. That's a level 2 Warp Spider Exarch now. Double Rangers getting shots all the while, of course, and looters on the field with that big death gun. Meanwhile, southwest, the Assault Squad helping to push, getting a decap even. And Catachans with an improvised explosive right next to the point. Even grabbing the wreck point. Anyone going to get a decap on the VP, or there's 2v1 against Cry there. So blue team should be strong through the mid, and indeed they get onto the power towards the northeast. Another natural for the red team, and they're going to fully bash it. Scouts of Broodwich, they might run all the way across the map to this power and bash it with their shotguns. They might run into sluggers though. Oh, they're bashing the node first over here. contested node. Rangers shooting something. Oh, they found some tactical marines. These guys have a flamer. The fellas that bashed the power in the southwest before. Cry's just come through the mid. Screw the power. I want to kill some marines now, he's saying, I guess. Panzer battalion might get a good flank on those Tyranids. Ravner Brood is up. Assault squad jumps in amongst the Rangers and then instantly retreats. Right in the path of a Lictor death gun, that's why. Now they can turn to face Panzer battalion. He's trying to buff his men with incoming. Catachin's doing their knockback at long range with the all-reliable grenade launcher. Lictor Alpha is going to fall to ranged fire. Lots of damage going in on the Sentinel now, potentially. Warrior Brood in there. Gormagaunt with adrenal glands in there. Gormagaunt's getting very low. I think they're going to wipe here. Oh, maybe not. Perfectly judged, or a little bit of luck there for Cry. They get away. Lictor Alpha is going to get revived, I think, by the Warboss, which maybe will level him. I always misjudge how much XP you get now for reviving. Can he make it? There we go. We'll see. No. So little now for that revive. Did not level him, even to 2. Full power bash southeast for the blue team. Pretty quick bash. Double termagants with adrenal glands, or toxin sac, sorry. And the Ravner Brood there. As well as some good old Orky Daka in the mid. Red team retaking the VP. Tactical Marines of Flamer might be looking for a bash. Looks like they are indeed. Popping their Kraken bolts even. Which won't make any difference, but hey. I guess there's not much heavy infantry on the blue team yet. There is a Warrior Brood up though. There's a jump from the assault squad. King of Pythons needs to be careful to keep an eye on those tactical marines there. Stormboy jump into the triple scout snipers of King of Pythons. So the Stormboys didn't like that, apparently. They've left the fight. Sluggers getting knocked over, and now power armor elbowed by the tactical marines. Warboss isn't happy with a big old stomp and had a look around. Scouts being sneaky weirdos, taking their shots and moving. We have shooter boys with a knob leader here. Other fellas I don't think have one. No, they don't. And they put the pressure on these scouts, make them retreat. Just making them run back might lure these guys into danger. Meanwhile, towards the south, Tyranids versus Imperial Guard. These fellas now have a medical sergeant in their retinue on the left there. Can hand out medical packs. Warrior Brood with decap. Improvised explosive was spotted by the Warrior Brood and taken out by the Ravner Brood. Oh, tactical marines in retreat. They bashed the power completely, but can they escape? Rangers trying to get into melee there. Double ranger shot is not enough to wipe them. 25 hit points, 24, and they get away. Assault squad jumping in. They just got a heal from the Apothecary, who's joining the fight. We've lost the indicator for them. There's another jump into the back lines for the Storm Boys, but again, they don't fancy the fight. Tactical Marines were there, double tacks were there in fact, and if those scout snipers all took a shot at them, they might have wiped with those double tacks there immediately. Who's fallen over here? Force Commander. Trying to get up, can't quite do it. Whirlwind on the field for Broodwich. King of Pythons with a pretty heavy tier 1. Got the Flamer up, got the Assault Squad, got the triple scout sniper fellas. Any war gear for the Force Commander? He's up, no war gear. These guys also have the Sergeant, so there's even more power spent. Warboss grabbing his power back in the northwest here. It's an odd shaped map, so might seem a bit odd calling it the northwest, but that's what it is. Uh-oh. Assault Squad does get away. 466 to 342. Dark Reapers on the field for K.A.F. They are up against a bunch of heavy infantry in the mid here with the double Space Marines. BloodRAIN's Orcs go tier 2. Cry is almost there. This game apparently was played in like mid-February, which was a really long time ago. Not sure why it was only sent in now, but here we are. double disruption from those Catachan Devils. Marine's in trouble, but I think they're going to be okay. Dropping a couple of models though. Although, yeah, I think he only reinforced them to 2 anyway. They were just used as a flamer basically. Scouts with a little bit of a flank. Now trying to hide and run away. So they got their elite training as well. It's a lot of power spent by King of Pythons. They haven't even started their tier 2 yet actually. Panzer battalion with stormtroopers on the way. Big fight kicking off in the mid here. Storm boys again running. Every time I see them, they seem to be running. Have they hit anything yet? Some good whirlwind disruption. Can only shoot while it's stationary. Can do some quite substantial disruption from good range, but not the most accurate if you want to hit specific things. But as you can see, a bunch of stuff all blobbed up around certain areas. Going to disrupt something. Assault squad having a rough time of it. Lucky to have 2 models there actually. Wow, how do they have 2 models? The Emperor said so, I guess. Creeping barrage from Panzer Battalion, which can be hard to spot in the water. I don't know if those flares render properly in water. There are some effects that don't. Venom Brood pulled in by Cry. Got a bit of power bashing done, if it seems like. Maybe got one of the gens. Wasn't paying attention to him, I'm afraid. Sneaky looters. So is it hide the guns or something that ability's called? Quite fun. Suppress those guys. Warboss charged in very briefly with his angry bits and then backs away. We'll see how annoying those snipers remain in tier 2. Some fisticuffs in the south. Well, more shooty cuffs, I guess. 428 to 309. Here comes King of Pythons. Always active, always moving. Look at these 2 Space Marine players. They do not rest in the mid. Sign of a good player that they always find something to do in a 3v3. Storm Boys getting absolutely wrecked. Hard Boys goes up on them to give them 25% damage resist from the Warboss's global bar. They've got half an XP bar, the Storm Boys, but from the engagements I've seen, they've had a rough time in the actual engagement. Sternguard veterans on the field now for Broodwich. First company tactical marines that can change their ammo type to combat all targets, using their vengeance rounds here to shoot down these structures. They'll be using Hellfire a lot against the Eldar and the Orcs here. Those acid rounds. You see them turning into acid rounds there, or changing into whatever. What's this? Force Commander's getting a decap. Lots of Eldar pew pew coming in. Lost the indicator and health bar for him, but he'll be alright, I think. Warrior Brood do have adrenal glands, which isn't actually benefiting anything in the army because the Hormigons died, and the Ravener Brood do not have their melee upgrade. And they don't benefit the Lictor Alpha either. Red team having a solid mid tier 2 here. King of Pythons with plasma cannon on the way. Weird Boy is up for BloodRAIN. Sniper scouts doing their thing. Can they put pressure on them quickly? Weird Boy gets a good shot there. Or does he? I saw the shot start, but I didn't see it end. Maybe it hit terrain. I thought he was going to hit those blob of tactical marines there. 374 to 309. Storm Boys now have their knob leader, so they're a lot tougher. Sluggers getting in on the devs. Heavy bolter devastators, that is. These guys now have their own knob leader with a power melee chopper and a decent chunk of hit points, 350 or so, I think. On the power now. Plasma cannon misfires, I think. Not sure. There we go. Ouch. Actually bashed the power gen, but got a decent hit. Maybe that first one hit as well, I just didn't see it. Assault squad going after the Weird Boy. Does have a decent chunk of hit points though, the Weird Boy. 850. There's that Warp Vomit, one of his excellent starting abilities. What is this? Tactical Flamers. Flaming stuff have bashed the power and are now decapping it. Great play there to use the flame attacks as the fight was going on and raging elsewhere. Zone Thrope on the way for Cry. And tier 3 for Panzer Battalion. Can they drop in a Lehman Russ at that central area? Don't think you want to drop it in the south here. Very tight, and there's a venom brood and stuff.
The boys need themselves a knob, they do.
366 to 293. Bits of a lull in the action. King of Pythons goes tier 3, so does Broodwich. Basically the same time K.A.F hits tier 3 too. On the power now, Panzer Battalion with the melter guns. Eldar defend their VP fiercely with lots of fancy blue lights, and the assault squad didn't like it. Whirlwind doing some decent work. That's a good jump from the Storm Boys. Don't think they were expecting that, but the scouts are there. Storm Boys taking a big hit from the plasma cannon. Look at this as well. BloodRAIN double buffed them with Ard Boys and user choppers, but they have to waste the buffs because of that shotgun blast from the scout squad and the whirlwind and the plasma cannon. So all of a sudden it went really badly for those Storm Boys. Power Claw Warboss now. He's pissed. Can't even get close enough to hit something with it. Maybe a bit overexcited there, BloodRAIN. Saw the opportunity on those double tacks and really went hard for it. Maybe could have got a decap. Weird Boy still in play though. Lictor still in play. And here come the Eldar. Assault squad. Gonna take a lot of damage, but they're gonna get their jump in. Might see a grenade on retreat. Or not. Whirlwind continues to be annoying. Attacks dealt with here. Are you gonna get the VP though, fellas? On the blue team. What is this? Lictor Alpha's down near his own power. Looks like he's got his deadly jump by the look of that decorator on his icon there. Oh, Terminator Force Commander time. I guess he didn't have any war gear. It was planned all along. Rocket run misses from Panzer Battalion. Oh, he hit one of those Raveners. That was unfortunate. Just missed that line of Tyranids. Maybe they moved up slightly just before it landed. 305 to 293. Could not get the VP. They do decap it though. There's that Terminator Force Commander with Storm Bolter and Power Fist. Also has a teleporter. Apothecary heals himself. Has the improved medical equipment. Anything for the Warp Spider? No. Being disrupted by the Whirlwind. Now has to face a Power Fist. Lictor Alpha has Scything Talons as well. Scouts getting very close to the action for some reason. Assault squad with a jump in what could have been a really dicey area, but I think they're making it work. Another jump going after the Venom Brood to try and get those Synapse backlashes ticking off in the mid as well. 305 to 293 on the VPs. Is that a grenade over there? I think that's a pretty decent grenade. Or maybe it killed Marines? Not sure. It seemed like the red pop-up for the Marines happens as soon as that grenade detonated. Now they're on the power. Whirlwind couldn't hit the sluggers there, you see. Sluggers able to finish their finish their bash, I should say. And the Warboss is pissed off at this power node. Can he finish it? There we go. Before he's knocked back. 2-1 now for the blue team. Can they stabilize the mid though? K.A.F. saving up for an Avatar, it seems. Predator tank for Broodwich. King of Pythons has plenty of red for assault terminators to counter potential knob squad. We'll see what BloodRAIN has in mind. Assault squad in amongst the shooters. Sluggers counter initiating. Warp Vomit might set up something here. No, Sluggers can't stay in the field. The Terminator Force Commander now has a heavy flamer trying to finish off the Weird Boy and gets it. Now he's out of control and will explode. Which usually doesn't hit anything, but such a cool animation they put in. Unfortunate you can't control him in his death throes. Plasma cannon misses. 305 to 251. Weird Boy instantly replaced by BloodRAIN, which I think is a good shout. Doing some good work in there. Heavy Flamer gets the power bash pretty quick. And he can retreat, this fella. So off he goes. Shameful display. Terminator shouldn't be allowed to retreat. Well, I guess that would mean the Chaos Lord and the Brother Captain shouldn't be able to retreat anyway, either. 304 to 247. Red team have some mechanized combat in the mid now with the Predator tank. Does have the extra armor in play. Rangers don't want to be shooting at the tank really, fellas. Maybe at the Marines or the Stern Guard. Stormboy's going after it. The Nobleader does have a heavy melee weapon, but again, they jump in and can't seem to actually get the attacks going. They have had some success through the mid, but a lot of the time, they're kind of jumping somewhere isolated and get focused down. Weird Boy barely makes it out. Orbital coming in from King of Pythons does not want Terminators then, it seems. Not yet anyway. This guy's going to retreat into it. Warboss is also going to retreat into it, but he should be fine as a single entity with a chunk of hit points. Whoa! The Warboss took a lot of damage from that, way more than I thought they would. They almost went down. But they were going to be fine. They seemed to get right in the center of the beam as it exploded, kind of thing. Avatar on the way indeed for K.A.F. and a Carnifex for Cry. Vanguard veterans now, first company assault squad with power melee weapons, lightning claw, a couple of power swords and a thunder hammer. They can swap the hammer for power fist. They do lose the utility of the melter bomb upgrade when they become Vanguard veterans. Lictor Alpha now trying to fight the Force Commander. He's got so much hit points though, 2500 with this armor. Really determined to bash the power here and does have some help from his friends. Lictor Alpha needs to flee. Maybe if he had Lone Hunter there, would have been more dangerous. Back towards the northwest. The red team have done such a good job putting pressure on the power. And it shows. Only now has the Avatar hit the field. Only now has the Carnifex hit the field. And BloodRAIN hasn't been able to get anything going in terms of teching up. Panzerbatallion floating quite a lot of power here. Are they Bane blading? Shall see. Yes, so 198 to 247. Smack. Avatar takes out a plasma cannon fella. He has some phase shifting action. Didn't phase shift those fellas though. I guess they're too far away. Setting up a Wailing Doom. Oh, it's a good hit on the scouts. Also messed up the Ravener Brood there, which have turned into a melee troop thanks to the enhanced muscle coil. Speed bonus, damage bonus, health bonus, pretty cool. Stormboy's jumping out of the potential orbital over there. Venom Cannon Carnifex is in play. Orbital doesn't seem to hit anyone. Oh, hit the Weird Boy, who is somehow still capping, and then runs away. Fair enough. Avatar being annoying. Grenades in retreat path of the Vanguard veterans. Really nice idea. Couldn't quite hit them flush. And the Wailing Doom didn't seem to do anything? Weird. I didn't see the rolling lava fire stuff. Brimstone, whatever it is. Shooter Boy's on capping duty. Venom Cannon might be able to turn his attention to that tank now. Indeed it does. That's that weird double shot fire pattern. Stormboys double buffed by the Warboss. User choppers and Ardboys in amongst the Marines. That is the Apothecary in trouble now. Gets away, I think. Oh, but the Whirlwind doesn't. What got the Whirlwind? Venom Cannon and the Zone Throat, maybe? Stormboy did a decent job there. Got to level 3 now. Terminator Force Commander. Did he just bash the power again? Maybe. Runs away. Land Raider Redeemer it is for King of Pythons. And the Baneblade is hitting the field. What's going on behind me there? Lictor Alpha level 5 runs away. You have the Vox Operator retinue member now, so you can call in reinforcements and stuff. I believe it costs a bunch of requisition as well. Can you kill a model? Nope. Tank is still around. It's done well so far. Plenty of scouts. Oh no, there isn't plenty of scouts to support it. King of Pythons have lost all their scouts. 184 to 209. King of Pythons has Tractor on the way. That means the Land Raider Redeemer. Or does it mean a battle wagon? Has he found a battle wagon somewhere? Baneblade is up. It's teetering around in the south. Yeah, don't stay here, buddy. Venom Brood is still around, right? Yep. Don't have the ranged synapse, although it would only benefit the termagants. Still might be worth getting. Unless he just plans to throw the termagants away and get more carnifexes at some point, which is possible. Warboss is annoyed, and now has spiky armor. Power clawing through some Sternguard veterans here, set up with the Warp Vomit. Warp Vomit is so good. Look how long those guys were stunned for. Wipes them out. They should have retreated. Warboss was angry enough to kill them all, as he always is. Vanguard veterans having to retreat. Baneblade versus Avatar versus Melters. Eldritch into a Wailing Doom. That's pretty damn effective. Global nuke for the Eldar, completely shutting down the Baneblade here. They still have repair support. No, they don't. Guard's going to be fleeing. It's going to go down. Heavy melee. Warrior Brood is there as well, though they are focusing something else right now. Down goes the Baneblade. Here's the Land Raider Redeemer. A infield retreat point for the red team. That Land Raider. So that's to reinforce around it and get some health regen. Stormboy's jumping for the tank. Couldn't quite get behind it. We have a Power Blades Warp Spider going after it though. Heavy melee on a teleporting hero. Pretty fun. But gets too close to base. Apothecary gets away. Wasn't even retreating. Just sprinting around like a weirdo. Does he have the arm of the Apothecarian? Predator tank on the way for Broodwich now. There's some stick bombers for BloodRAIN. Did not get... There we go. Tier 3 going. Just as I was going to say. Did not get tier 3. Got it now. How much population do they have left though? Not a lot. Down goes the tank. Stormboy's becoming a real threat at level 3. Slugger's always following him in. Las Cannon doesn't want to set up there, run away. Blue team would really beat it back hard here. Although, what is this? Scouts? Sneaky stormtroopers on the cap. Can they get on this Land Raider? They've got like a third of his hit points away already. Tyranno formation. Might wipe out a Ravener Brood. Think they're gonna live? Nope, they didn't live. They super didn't live. Ravener Brood down. Bioplasma goes in from the Carnifex. Venom Brood are there too. It seems to be happy to... Is he being blocked by these guards from here? I don't know why you would just stay here and take those shots. You can't out-repair that. You can't out-repair it easily anyway. It's very low, this Land Raider. Warboss didn't seem to go after it though. 166 to 160. Stuff going on in the mid as well. Look, Warp Vomit in the background there. Here comes an Avatar too. Carnifexus goes for some heavy melee of its own, and down goes the Land Raider. It must have been blocked. Zoanthrope is taken out. Now a Lehman Russ for panzerbatallion. King of Pythons down to 2 units on the field. They are Terminators and Vanguard veterans though. Where are the Terminators? Does not go for Assault Terminators though. 147 to 160. Wailing Doom. Didn't knock him over because of incoming, I guess. That shield you saw there was from his Commissar retinue fella. That big dome. Nothing they can do about this tank over here, but lots of Daka. Oh, we've got Beamy Looters. But they're busy capping to put pressure on the tank. Stormboy's going to do it though. There's the jump. Trying to get behind it again. Use your choppers is up, but I think it's too close to base for that to be worthwhile. Yeah. Dropping a model there. Might need to run. I think that Las Cannon killed that model. Jumping away after a retreat though, I think. Another Carnifex on the way for Cry. Blue team need to be careful not to lose sight of that VP because the Terminator Force Commander seems to like teleporting deep into enemy lines and doing stuff like bashing power and decapping. Lictor Alpha gets a flesh root, level 7. Done well. Here comes the Leman Russ, leading the line. Can they put pressure on? Venom Brood is there. Weird Boy could potentially do some damage to it. Really aggressive push from panzerbatallion. Should be focusing the Venom Brood now. There's knockback from the Catachans from long range. This is a Vanquisher Leman Russ. Avatar's quite low. Assault Cannon Terminator squad now. Seer Council on the way for K.A.F. The Avatar does not get away. Blue team are back here to contest. Nob squad included. Getting their Nob leader. Green and Green are already up. Being dealt with though. They were dealt with. Is that 11 50 hit points that the Nob leader gave him? I thought the Nob leader was 10 50 hit point model, I guess not. Angels of Death there for Broodwich. Absolute mayhem in the mid. Eldritch on the tank. Didn't seem to do much damage though. Can anything follow it up? Warboss doesn't seem interested, he's annoyed at the Apothecary. Stranglethorn Cannon Carnifex here now for Pry. Nothing went after the tank after the Eldritch. Uh-oh, Warboss might die from that. He's right on the edge of it. But those blasts do a lot of damage. He survived, but went into another one and did not survive that one. That's why you spread your beams out, fellas. Carnifex gets infiltrated by the hollow fields. Quick thinking from K.A.F. and is able to survive. Or maybe it was just dumb luck. Maybe just happened to be in the right place. 134 to 136. 1-to-1 cap. Don't get much closer. King of Pythons though. Down to a single unit. It is Terminators, but it is a single unit. And Tax. Where's that Stern Guard? No, Tax capping the mid. Assault squad now for King of Pythons. Maybe wants some Melter Bomb action. Do we still have a last cannon somewhere? We do. 2-to-1 for red, 125, 136. And it's like, is there room to flank? Kind of. It's a little bit awkward though, because you got to get around this headland here through the power. Maybe you could go this way, but that's so narrow. Just asking for a nuke or something. Gotta kind of fight him head on. We do have a Nob squad, fully kitted out with hammers, Nob leader, and Meaner and Greener. Warboss is down though. Although he's in a good place, he can still use Call the Boys around there. Predator tank number 2 for Broodwich. The first one's done really well. Seer Council continues to be on the way. Flash gets now for BloodRAIN. That Ranger fella died. That was really quick. If that was full health Ranger. Don't think that was even a full burst of the weapon. I mean, it was the perfect target. It's light infantry and it's an assault cannon. 60 piercing DPS from that thing. That doesn't include the storm bolters in that unit. Big push here. Big fight. Storm boys cannot get the stun on the Terminators. They missed them. Absolute mayhem. Rocket run. Decimating the Tyranids. Holy crap. That was pretty slick. When Russ gets very low. Blue team are on that VP. Now can Cry rebuild? Because I think they lost all of their infantry in that. We'll have to see in a second. When Russ gets away. Second Avatar is already down to under half hit points. Down goes one of the Preds. Seer Council will now be buffing the Nob squad with that 15% range damage reduction aura, which is a pretty nice synergy. Having to retreat those Nob squad. Seer Council, what are you up to, fellas? I'm not sure what they were trying to do. They can't really hurt the tank, and they dropped all but one model doing that push. Okay, so Cry does have the Warrior Brood still. A little bit overkill for the Terminator Force Commander using the Wrath of Cain, but he got the idea, he left. Now Rangers be blob capping over there. 79 to 115. Did the Seer Council actually make it out? Is that them? Yeah, that's the one fella there. All of the blue team heroes are down, and that is a big deal. Heroes can make huge differences in late game fights. Flash gets with the blasters. Trying to get those Terminators. Storm Boys jumping in. Again though, they don't get the stun. Just missed it. It's only the Nob Leader model itself that stuns, and he just died. Venom Cannon Carnifex very low. Las Cannon is in range of him. Nope, no he's not. Backing off. That's a paroxysm, I think. Or was. Uh-oh. Vanguard veterans are on the Neurothrope. He's absorbing life. Saved by the Warp Vomit. Weird Boy does get away. Nicely done by BloodRAIN. 79 to 84. Mob Squad flee. More Devastators for King of Pythons and some Kasrkin for the Panzer Battalion. 79 to 77. Blue team take the slim lead in VPs. These Carnifex need to be very careful because that's a vanquisher. Current formation might create some space, and it does. The Limb and Rust backed off it. Not sure why. I think he should have chased the Carnifex there. Don't think it would have died to the Torrent formation. Seer Council back in play. What is that? That's a rocket run. Oh, takes out the Carnifex with a rocket run. Awesome. Doesn't get the other one though. Seer Council just gone in alone, basically. I think they should have waited for backup. Avatar slowly making its way out because it's getting snared by the double las cannons there. The snare doesn't stack though. Doesn't stack with other las cannons. Can the blue team get back to the bin now? Scouts are capping, not Tax. Tax would cap it faster. Weird Boy just wants to mess with them, I think. Warp Vomit has a pretty long animation, and it was short enough to survive, I guess. It gets away. Storm Boys jumping in. They get the stun this time on the Terminators. Just creating some havoc for the Sluggers and Nob Squad to get in. See how much better would it have been if the Seer Council were in this as well. They just waited. With the Aura as well. Vanguard jumping on the Flash Kits. Sluggers are out of there. Nob Squad out of there. Flash Kits out of there. Need to push together. All this terrain scarring is not good for my frame rate. Neurothrope absorbs some life, which does give it some energy back as well. Doesn't naturally regenerate energy, as you can see. Has to use abilities to get it back. 79 to 61. Blue still have a VP lead. Red team are going to get a 2-1 though. We've seen several times now the blue team have pushed the mid quite effectively, but last few attempts have been a little bit lackluster. They're going alone and stuff, and none of their heroes are alive. Terminator Force Commanders made it all the way back to the hero point in the roster. Assault cannon on the way. What is the zone 3 was shooting at? How is it shooting through there? That should not be able to happen. They should all be marked off as no sight, no shots. 56 to 61. Yep, Carnifex can shoot through there too. There must be a little gap in the markers there. In the shot blocker markers. I think they're actually hitting him too. 47 to 61. That's more like it. Seer Council and the Avatar, which has its own aura, all potentially buffing these orcs now. Seer Council have kind of got away from them, right? It's a hell of a push. Storm Boys jumping in. Meeting the Seer Council for some action. Nope, see, accounts have to run now. Sluggers chase something all the way back to base. I think BloodRAIN might have forgot they existed, and they're still chasing it. Nobs got a little bit late to the party, but now they're here. And they still have the avatar aura to benefit from. My frame rate is dying. Orbital. On the VP. Where was the third one put? Oh, they put 2 on the VP. But the Warrior Brood cap it. And survive the orbital. Avatar, I think is going to be alright. I don't think anything can chase it. That Carnifex is very low and shouldn't be running in. Goes down. Another orbital. And an Eldritch. Wipes out the allied Warrior Brood, but does stop the Terminators from capping. 23 to 61 on the VBs. It's very, very close. Cry is down to a single Carnifex now. Predator tank for King of Pythons. There's going to be 3 of them on the field soon. Down goes the Carnifex. Apologies, that was perhaps very loud. I just smacked the microphone stand. Like a fool. Terminators teleporting out. How do you have 3 models, fellas? 500 something hit points. Storm boys. Make it out. Maybe? Yay! Just got their knob leader in. Looks like the red team maybe have this. Flash kits are not going to be able to finish the cap. Fry has nothing on the field. BloodRAIN only has the Storm Boys. He just did not get their heroes back, eh? Guess it was tough in the mid here. But I think K.A.F. maybe should have repurchased and tried to get some teleporting revives going, but just such mayhem in the mid. But there you have it. Red team got the game. Crazy stuff. Awesome 3v3. Warboss got level 6. He had Claw and Angry Bits and Spiky Armor, I think. Warp Spider Exarch level 6 had the Power Blades and the Phase Shift Armor. Cry's level 7 Lictor Alpha with those Scything Talons and the Deadly Jumper level 10 Apothecary with the classic 3v3 Apothecary build. Terminator Force Commander. He was a Terminator for like 20 minutes, I think. And Panzer Battalion's level 10 Lord General there, just replacing his Vox Operator, who died at some point. He's certainly not jumpy, also choppy infantry. Ignore that. Awesome stuff. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.